My name's Fiona McPherson and I'm a lexicographer for Oxford Dictionaries. Each year, Oxford lexicographers get together and sit round a table to discuss what we're going to choose as our word of the year. Given this is something that we don't normally do, it's a really good opportunity for us to review the year linguistically, if you like, to see what words have had a great impact on the language and also to consider the events which may have played a part in this whole process. This means that some of the words that we'll be talking about might not necessarily be new words, but the key for us is that there's been an impact on the language and that they've been on everyone's lips at some point or other during the year. What became apparent really quickly was this has been a year of great highs and lows, of massive contrasts. So you go from the doom and gloom of the European economic situation, with words like Eurogeddon, onto the great Olympic triumphs, which clearly galvanised the whole nation and made us all feel much better. In fact, the Olympics were greatly productive in the linguistic impact that they had. You had words like games maker, which described the volunteers who made the games run as smoothly as they did. You go from that to the great victory celebrations of Mo Farah with his Mobot, and to those of Usain Bolt as well, with bolting. It also meant that an older word like medal, used as a verb, came to greater prominence as you heard people talking about so-and-so medaling in particular events, that is, getting a gold, silver or bronze medal at the Games. Politics and popular culture also continue to have an impact on the language, as you would expect. So you get words like Eurogeddon, which was the potential European collapse of those countries who have the euro as their currency. But then on the popular culture side, you had the publishing phenomenon that was 50 Shades of Grey, which coined a term, mummy porn, to describe erotica written for women or by women. It's a bit derogatory, but it's in the same kind of tradition as many other genres like chick lit and that kind of thing. Then you have technical words from the technology sphere, as well as popular culture words. So second screening gained a lot of prominence this year. That's when people will watch a TV programme or film while perhaps tweeting about it on their smartphones or tablets, doing the two things at once. And then you have YOLO, You Only Live Once, which is very popular on social media networking sites too. So what did we choose as our word of the year? Well, we came up with Omnishambles. What's particularly good for us about Omnishambles is that it marries those two spheres together quite nicely, the political and the popular culture ones, being coined as it was from the BBC TV satirical programme In the Thick of It. It's used to mean any kind of situation which has been mismanaged or mishandled and it's been characterised by a series of blunders. And what's particularly appealing for us is that it's got some kind of linguistic nous in that it's managed to have derivatives coming from it too, so you have omnishambolic. Although it's still widely used in political contexts, it has broken free of this, and you do see it being used in other contexts, which is always a sure sign that a word has, been taken to the heart of the nation, or people are actually using it unselfconsciously and not always in reference to the place from where it came. And it's also seen a lot of one-off, sometimes humorous coinages, so you get things like Romney Shambles, which was talking about Mitt Romney's gaffe when he thought that London wasn't going to quite be ready to host a successful Olympics. You get Omnivore Shambles, talking about the proposed badger cull in England and Wales. And even Scomney Shambles is one that we've seen, talking about Scotland's place in the EU should it become an independent country. While we can never be sure whether a word is going to have staying power and actually stick around, all of these taken together show that I think Omnishambles does have a good chance of doing this, which is another reason why it was a good choice for us as a word of the year. But do you agree? What would your word of the year be?